Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, the absolute audio of the day, and this is going to freak you out. So, two identical twins. Obviously, two twins. Recounting a carjacking and describing how their mom and a man raced to help a carjacked SUV that rolled over on Steve Irwin Way. Obviously in Australia. Only to find a gun-wielding car thief from the wreck. Now, this audio has not been messed with. This is the identical twins talking to a local TV reporter in Australia.
And one guy, he was up there with our mum. He went up there and he was coming back down towards us. And he goes, run, he's got a gun. And our heart started to pound. And I said, oh, Mum, where's Mum? And poor Mum was stuck up there. But apparently our brave Mum, she goes, are you all right? Because he had all blood all over his face. And he goes, I'll shoot you. She goes, hey, I'm here to help.
That is trippy. That is weird.
I don't think it's scary. I think it's funny. You really think it's scary?
It freaks me out. They weren't trying to do that. They were just talking to the reporter, and they end up talking exactly over each other. Exactly.
So crazy. They're just like that in sync. I love that.
I mean, it scares me.
Why?
I don't know. It's just weird. It's like the Shining twins.
I always wondered, you know what like my big question about twins is? Is that when they're identical and then if they both marry somebody else, isn't it hard because like you know that your significant other is like just as attracted to your twin, like your sister?
That's what would bother you?
Isn't it weird? I'm not saying it's like, maybe they're used to it. Like if Megan had an identical sister, of course you find her attractive because you find your wife attractive.
Don't tell me who I find attractive. My wife is the most beautiful
that bitch
woman.
is hideous. You're like, well, she looks like me.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
We just played the audio of the day where those twins in Australia who witnessed a carjacking SUV flip over, and they described the scene. Here it is one more time.
And one guy, he was up there with our mum. He went up there and he was coming back down towards us. And he goes, run, he's got a gun. And our heart started to pound. And I said, oh, Mum, where's Mum? And poor Mum was stuck up there. But apparently our brave Mum, she goes, are you all right? Because he had all blood all over his face. And he goes, I'll shoot you. She goes, hey, I'm here to help.
Okay. Well,
I love it. I think it's great.
It's a little weird. It's freaky to me. And Kenzie brought the point about twins. Josh checked in and said, I have boy-girl twins, and that twin thing is real. It's cool to see. It's a bit weird, but he says great show,
cool.
by the way.
I think it's great.
But then, of course, our house band Double Features, the Double Features, identical twins, and Double Features Mike checked in to ask or answer Kenzie's question, which was what again?
So my question was, how does this work when you have an identical twin? Obviously, like, boy-girl is different, or even if they look similar, obviously it's different. But, like, how does it work when you have an identical twin and you both marry people? Because, my example is, like, if Megan had an identical twin, like, Brian would obviously be attracted then to Megan's identical twin because it looks exactly like his wife.
How dare you? I love my wife and only my wife.
Like, you just don't care? Or is it, like, just Akko Taco, you don't talk about it? Like, I'm just curious.
So Double Features Mike answered to chime in, my fiance doesn't find the other one attractive because he's a bass player. Yuck. Disgusting bass player.
And I have to say, I'm calling BS. What is your fiance going to say? Yes, I want to ride your brother like Seabiscuit. Like, what is she supposed to say? No, of course he's ugly, babe. Oh, my God. You're so much better. You're identical, but you're so much more attractive.
Like a transcription on that, please. I'd like to ride your brother like Seabiscuit.
What is she supposed to say?
That. Holy cow. I'd even appreciate that if I was the twin. So, yeah, you said it that way. Go ahead. All right, it's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And remember, we have a pop-up Bad Flower is coming up, and it's moving closer to it, a month away roughly, Thursday, May 29th at the Cubby Bear. Those are our free shows. It's 21 and over. The last one was Coheed and Cambria, which was outstanding. So Bad Flower, which will also be outstanding. Remember, go to Q101.com and get your free first serve ticket there. So it's free, but you better get that ticket lined up. And, of course, the event itself will be first come, first serve at the Cubby Bear. We love it, right across from Wrigley. Get about 500 people in there, so it's packed, it's fun, and this is what Bad Flower will sound like at the Q101 pop-up coming up Thursday, May 29th with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Case, I hope you are actively trying to get Lifehouse back together for their 30th anniversary is this October, I believe we discovered when they formed. They went on hiatus in 2021. They had one huge song, and we'd like them to get them in the studio to perform it live. I don't know if the hiatus means they all hate each other or it was COVID time, either one, whatever, but how's the progress on that?
If there's one thing I'm doing with my free time, it's reaching out to my contacts at Lifehouse to see if I can get them back together.
Well, that's promising because Case has a lot of free time, so that's good to know.
Yeah. Jason, Rick, Bryce, Ben.
What are their names?
Jason, Rick, Bryce, Ben.
You don't hear a lot of people named Bryce anymore.
That's a good name.
What are they, in a frat together? That's their names?
Kegger.
They perform their songs on a yacht? Good Lord.
I want them back together by the fall.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. I like them. I no hate against Lifehouse.
Just want that song live in the studio. It'd be pretty cool.
Brian, I agree.
No, everyone's heard you.
Yes.
We got it. No one's confused.
Now, we've had a couple very busy music entertainment newses with Riot Fest information. Again, Riot Fest announcement tomorrow at 10 right here on Q101, the lineup. But it's pushed aside something very monumental in the show is over the weekend. Kenzie was on Say Yes to the Dress. Now, we knew this, but it was an airing for the first time on TLC. Am I saying that right, Kenzie?
Yeah, so basically, I filmed this years ago, and then COVID, jacked up, when they aired it. So it aired. It's
Lifehouse.
It's crazy.
Like Lifehouse went on hiatus, too.
Yeah, basically it went on hiatus. But there was a YouTube version of it, and then it aired in other countries. So I was never able to see the whole thing. It aired literally in Germany and Australia, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So finally, and nobody told me, I shout out to a listener who sent me the People magazine article. I was like, can't wait to watch your episode on Saturday. I'm like, well, that's good to know. I had no idea. And so it finally aired on TLC in America in English on Saturday.
Is that right that you never saw they never sent you a copy of the episode?
Nope.
That's not nice.
It's just whatever. Yeah. I'm not really worried about it. I just didn't know.
So you saw the whole episode on TV like everybody else on Saturday
and
night.
I saw the People magazine article, which was very interesting because nobody cleared any of my photos or anything with me. So I'm like, okay, cool. But thank you.
In case anybody hasn't seen that show, how does it go about? So you're looking for a wedding dress. Say yes to the dress.
So Say Yes to the Dress. It's the main version. I know there's Atlanta, all that. I did the OG, which is Kleinfeld's in New York City. It was awesome. I had Lisa and Randy help pick out my dress. If you know anything about the show, they're some of the icons, baby. And it was a really, really cool experience. I did end up finding my dress when I was there. I filmed for over 13 hours. I only tried on 5 dresses in that 13-hour time span. That's how long filming takes, which is really crazy. But it honestly was a really awesome time. Yes, Case.
On Say Yes to the Dress, are there more than one people featured in an episode?
There's 3 brides featured in the hour-long episode.
Okay, I asked this because I pulled up the IMDb listing for your Say Yes to the Dress episode. Season 23, episode 3, she said maybe to the dress, and it reads, a radio host comes in to find a dress as energetic as her personality.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Me.
It then says... It says, a bridge comes in for a modest dress for her Orthodox Jewish wedding. And I thought...
Not me.
I said, wait a minute. I think I know Kenzie pretty well.
Bunch of that doesn't work.
You can fast forward over her.
Yes.
That one.
But did you find a dress as energetic as your personality?
I thought so. I like that. It was fun. It was very fun. One little tidbit is that Randy has his own dress line. And he put me one of his dresses. And this is a funny behind the scenes thing. I hated that dress on me. Not an ugly dress, but it looked bad on me. And I was like, hey, I don't like this. I don't want to go out. And they're like, okay. But the director was like, no, I want her reaction. And I go, I don't really want to do that because I feel guilty because he's here. And they're like, no, we want your reaction. And they kept pushing me. And I'm like, I hate it. It's fine. And then I look like it's so mean because he's right there.
They clearly didn't know who they were dealing with.
No, they did not.
They're like, no, react. I'm like, I'm I don't know if it's a great idea. It's his dress. It's just not for me. They're like, but why isn't it for you? I'm like, I don't like it.
And that's why that man lost an ear. Kenzie bit it off
funny.
during the episode.
From the energetic radio host.
Yeah, so you have to see that episode on TLC, and it's on Max as well, right? So people go search for it. They can find it on there.
HBO, like Max's streaming service, has the new season, so that is on there. If you're
And Hulu, according to the text line.
Yeah, Hulu. I think Hulu doesn't have the new season. I have to be honest.
Hulu.
Damn it, Hulu. But maybe. But guaranteed Max, guaranteed TLC if you have it to record it, and yeah. Or you can buy it for $2.99 the episode.
Jeez, I'm not buying it.
Well, I can't believe you didn't watch it.
So
I have two co-hosts. I just want to take a quick pause.
No,
Brian was on
here we
Get
go.
Out.
Takeaways,
No,
hold on.
if Brian was on TLC, it would be all we talk about for a week, and it would be everywhere. And Brian's like, "Wow, we couldn't get till Wednesday, and I never watched your episode."
That is
It's not nice. You never watched it?
1,000% correct. I taped it. I DVR'd it. So,
That's nice.
but I had my in-laws. I had my in-laws in town, and my father-in-law had to watch the final episode of Gold Rush.
For 4 days.
We watched it over and over again because it was awesome. But I'll watch yours now. They're leaving today, so I get the TV back to myself.
Okay.
So I will watch it this afternoon when I'm eating lunch.
What about you, Case?
I was hung up on the fact that it made People magazine. I didn't know it was a news story.
I posted about that.
No, I know. I just kept on saying, I can't believe it's in People. Don't they have, like, another
Something
person-
better to write about?
Go ahead, say it.
Something else to talk about.
It's People. What do you want? It's not your CNN notifications on the Pope dying.
This is the kind of support I get. Nobody said anything. They don't care. They're like, why are you in People? Why are you on TV? And we didn't watch. Really?
Yeah, what's People supposed to report on?
I'm People?
Yeah, she's a People.
I'm a People?
She's a nice People. Well, I mean, energetic, but nice. And she tore an ear off the guy who designed the dress.
I didn't. But it's unbelievable. I get no support here.
I'm going to watch it at lunch today.
You are?
I am. 100%. I'm going to watch it
I
at
want you
lunch.
to post you watching it on our social media so your
I don't-
little foot can be in the corner like you like to do.
I don't look good eating.
Well, it's not a photo of
So?
you.
She
What
said
do you
she
think? You look like a male model otherwise?
I
Relax.
do. Thank you.
Post the picture.
No, you said post a picture of me watching it. I'll be eating.
So?
I said I don't look good eating.
Kenzie, I'll review it. I'll come in tomorrow and talk about it like it's a movie review.
Let's do it at this time tomorrow. Let's watch it. And
we
then
have the Riot Fest lineup
We
at
have
this time
Riot Fest
tomorrow.
this time tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, well, I guess we won't talk about it ever again. Oh, shoot.
Yeah, ran out of time.
Oh, no.
Hit us up with your takeaways from today's show. 312-591-8300. Text in something that was memorable to you on today's show. Your takeaways next after Blink, Brian and Kenzie, Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Remember, tomorrow at this time, Riot Fest. The announcement coming at 10 o'clock. But, Riot Mike will probably be joining us early because when he comes in, we just let him in. And he may give the lineup out around this time tomorrow at 9:40. Officially, the lineup for Riot Fest will happen at 10 o'clock. Make sure you're following all of Q101 socials. If it's a busy time for you, it'll pop up on your timeline there at Q101.com. Of course, our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, Friendster, MySpace. Just find Q101 on all those. Make sure you're following us for all the information. And then Thursday will be Ticket Blitz Thursday for Riot Fest once we know the lineup. Oh, my God, it's going to be a week. That'll start at 8 o'clock on Thursday. Put all that information in your phone. Let's get to your takeaways right now from today's show, 312-591-8300 before Lauren comes in. Case, what do you got?
Takeaway from Matt in Chicago. Big garbage, son of a bitch.
Jonas, son of a bitch.
Big garbage on Earth Day. Yeah, think about that for a second. Kenzie, what do you got?
630 takeaway. Your wife should ride your identical twin like Seabiscuit.
All right. And finally, Steve checked in. Kenzie's saying yes to the dress episode is like in head to headlines. We'll never hear about the other headline again. Oh, man. What's on the podcast, Case?
Well, we did call out big garbage for their corruption. We exposed how recycling is fake. It's a whole thing. You got to listen to the Brian and Kenzie podcast for that. Also, to quote Kenzie from earlier this morning, this is the title of the 7 a.m. podcast, quote, "Riddle me this, bitch."
Oh.
You want to hear about how Kenzie got to where she's at in life now?
You're welcome.
And of course, it is Tuesday. A new Kenzie's Crime sending you Brian and Kenzie podcast feed here in just a second.
All right, it's Miss a Moment, Miss a Lot. Anywhere you get your podcast, whether it's Apple, Spotify, and the Q101 app. It's been newly redesigned in the past year. If you haven't checked it out, do it.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.